Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto Maple Leafs are on the verge of a game-changing moment as the trade deadline approaches. Rumors are swirling about a potential reunion with a veteran center who once thrived in blue and white. Could this be the spark that ignites our playoff run? Stay tuned as we dive into the details. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to keep up with all the latest Leafs news. As the NHL approaches the annual roster freeze, we're all reminded that the trade deadline is fast approaching. March 7th, 2025 is just around the corner. And for the Toronto Maple Leafs, this might just be one of the most promising seasons we've seen in the Auston Matthews era. With a solid roster already in place, GM Brad Treliving is undoubtedly making calls to secure pieces that could elevate this team's chances for a deep playoff run. The goal? To find players who mesh seamlessly with Toronto's system and provide that crucial edge in their quest for the Stanley Cup. Let's talk about Ryan O'Reilly. Remember him? He left Toronto as a free agent after the 2023-24 season, signing a 4-year deal with the Nashville Predators worth an average annual value of $4.5 million. Given Nashville's current state, O'Reilly could be a prime trade candidate. The Predators might be looking to gather assets to help navigate their minor rebuild, and the Leafs have some intriguing names that could facilitate this deal. Players like Alex Steeves, Nick Robertson, and Pontus Holmberg could be key in making this trade happen. Now, O'Reilly has this unique chance to reunite with coach Craig Berube, under whom he thrived with the St. Louis Blues, winning the Conn Smythe Trophy during their Cup run in 2019. Imagine him back in Toronto, potentially as the third center, adding a formidable trio down the middle. Next up, let's discuss Brock Nelson from the New York Islanders. This guy is one of the most underrated stars in the NHL. He had a stellar 2023-24 season, racking up 36 goals and 39 assists for 75 points. He's not just a scorer, he's also defensively responsible, making him a great fit for the Leafs. With the Islanders struggling this season, Nelson is likely to be their top trade option. He's under contract until 2024-25 with a $6 million cap hit, which, if the Islanders retain half of that, could make him an affordable target for Toronto. Think about it. Nelson could provide versatility as both a center and winger, and he thrives in critical situations, which is something the Leafs desperately need heading into the playoffs. Pairing him with Tavares and Nylander on the second line? That could be lethal. And then there's Chris Kreider. With the New York Rangers having a rough season, insiders say they're open for business. Kreider is one of their biggest names and a proven playoff performer. He brings speed, a strong presence in front of the net, and the ability to score clutch goals. Exactly what the Leafs have been missing. Coming off a season with 39 goals and 36 assists, his $6.5 million cap hit for the next 3 years might seem steep, but if the Leafs can manage their roster effectively, he'd be a fantastic addition. Kreider's physical style would complement Toronto's highly skilled forwards perfectly. Can you see him fitting in on the second or third line alongside Max Domi and Bobby McMann? Now, that's a lineup that could intimidate opponents. Let's be honest, folks. The Leafs have faced their fair share of criticism for lacking scoring and grit in the playoffs. Each of these players, O'Reilly, Nelson, Kreider, brings something unique that Toronto needs to advance beyond the first round. The physicality of Kreider, the leadership of O'Reilly, and the versatility of Nelson could be the missing pieces in this puzzle. Acquiring any one of them might just be what it takes to shift from yet another disappointing playoff exit to a legitimate Stanley Cup run. So, what do you think? Is this the right path for the Maple Leafs? I'm honestly torn. The potential is there, but the execution will be crucial. I want to hear your thoughts. What's your take on these potential trades? Did I miss anyone? Let's get a discussion going in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into some significant news concerning our Toronto Maple Leafs. We've just learned that our star goalie, Anthony Stolarz, is going to be sidelined for the next 4 to 6 weeks due to a lower body injury. Now, I don't know about you, but this news hits hard. Stolarz was last seen in action against the Anaheim Ducks on December 12th, where he had a stellar performance, making 7 saves on 8 shots in just the first period. But then, things took a turn. He left the game with an injury that's left us all wondering what the future holds for our beloved Leafs. Now let's break this down. According to the latest updates from Sportsnet, the MRI results came back, and thankfully, they showed no structural damage. That's a relief, but it also revealed that Stolarz will undergo a procedure to remove a loose body from his knee, something that apparently resembles a stone. Can you believe that? A loose body in the knee. I mean, it's a tough break for the kid, especially after he fought so hard to secure his spot with the team following a Stanley Cup victory with the Florida Panthers last season. He signed with us on July 3rd, and now, just a few months in, we're facing this setback. In 17 games this season, Stolarz has been nothing short of impressive. He boasts 9 wins, a shutout, a save percentage of .927, and a goals against average of 2.15. You can't argue with those numbers, folks. This guy has proven his worth, and now we have to navigate the waters without him. The upcoming games against the Detroit Red Wings and Buffalo Sabres are looming, and I can't help but feel anxious about how this will impact our lineup. What do you think? Was this decision to have him undergo surgery the right one? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, you want him healthy and ready to go when he returns, but on the other, we desperately need him in the crease. Let's not forget Stolarz' history with lower body injuries. Back in 2017, he dealt with significant knee issues that kept him off the ice for an extended period. It's a pattern, and as a fan, it's hard not to worry. This isn't the first time we've seen him face adversity. In May 2021, he had an ankle injury during the IIHF World Championship, which sidelined him for the rest of that tournament. It's frustrating as a supporter to see such talent hindered by injuries. But here's the question: can our team rally together in his absence? Can we find the strength to push through these challenges? The Leafs have a tough road ahead, and I'm sure the coaching staff is already strategizing to compensate for Stolarz' absence. We have to rely on our backup goalies to step up. This is the moment for them to show what they're made of. We need to see some grit and determination from the rest of the squad as they rally around each other. This is where character is built, and believe me, character is what we need now more than ever. As a passionate fan, I want to hear your thoughts on this. How do you feel about Stolarz' injury? Do you believe we can maintain our momentum without him? What's your take on the potential impact this will have on our playoff chances? I want to know your expectations and frustrations, so drop your comments down below.